All right, our top focus on GRAVITAS. Nepal's Home Minister has resigned from his post. And this comes as the country is facing the deadliest demonstrations of recent times. 19 people have died, over 400 are injured during massive demonstrations in Nepal's capital Kathmandu. And this is against the government's sweeping social media ban. Reports say that the police fired live rounds to disperse the crowd. Army has also been deployed in the capital to control the situation as of now. Thousands of angry Gen Z demonstrators, they were there on the streets. Water cannons, tear gas are being used, and there is chaos outside Parliament as defiant youth smashed through police lines and stormed restricted zones. A total of 19 demonstrators have died so far, and WION Saloni Murarka is there in Kathmandu in the thick of the action, getting you the latest.
Protests that started off peacefully by Gen Zs and the youth of Nepal, who came down on the streets to protest for the rising corruption and the widening inequality gap. Right now you see is a clash that has broken out between the two sides, the protesters and the police officials, and it has turned violent. The protesters have damaged the boundary and the building of the Federal Parliament of Nepal. This protest turned violent after the protesters tried to enter the Parliament building. As you can see behind me, the glasses have been damaged. There's been continuous stone pelting and firing of tear gases. This is the Parliament building that you see behind me. The situation here is out of control. The police officials have deployed additional officials on ground.
These images on your screens right now, it shows thousands of demonstrators on the streets of Kathmandu, chanting slogans, holding banners. The youth in Nepal are leading this demonstration against the social media ban.
Today I'm protesting because there are unfinished roads and many problems are unresolved. And for these solutions, I believe that as a Army IDA, this is just the beginning of all the solutions. So I believe showing anger and showing motivation that this nation can change, I believe that we all can also change as well with the nation.
Until now, Gen Z had only expressed themselves on social media. They had not taken to the streets. Now that social media has been shut down, those who relied on online businesses are in serious trouble. We have realized that we need to raise our voices. We need to take to the streets. The Gen Z generation must speak out against the disorder that this government and its leaders have caused.
With a sharp rise in the number of fatalities in Nepal and injuries from the demonstration site, the hospitals are treating the injured demonstrators. What started as frustrated social media posts, it has now exploded into one of the most dramatic youth uprisings in Kathmandu's history. From dawn, the city's roads filled with students and young adults waving placards, chanting slogans, streaming and fighting for their right to connect. Well, curfew has been imposed in some areas of the Nepalese capital. The police had to use water cannons and tear gas as few demonstrators tried to enter Parliament building. Nepal's sudden ban of 26 social media platforms, including Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, YouTube, this sparked the outrage for hyper-connected youth. This wasn't just about losing memes or likes. It was about government censorship, entrenched corruption, and decades of elite neglect. The Nepal government's cabinet decided last week to give the social media companies 7 days to register in Nepal and then to establish a point of contact, designate a resident grievance handling officer and a compliance officer as well. The decision came after a Supreme Court order in September last year. Nepal passed a directive in 2023 that required social media platforms to register and establish a local presence. And well, our correspondent Saloni Murarka continues to get us the latest from the ground. Take a look.
As you can see behind me, there's a still clash going on between both the sides. There have been, police have fired over 500 tear gases. Several people have been injured with rubber bullets that have been fired from the other side. However, the situation is still not under control. Property has been damaged. As you can see, the condition around the road, where all the destructions and the stone pelting that took place in the past few hours, the tear gases that have been fired continuously. APF has deployed more officials on ground. However, the situation is still not under control. Many people, as we speak, barged inside the parliament building. This is one of the gates of the parliament, of the Nepal parliament. And as you can see, just a while back, many of the protesters, they barged inside the building, and even many of the police officials have been injured.